Welcome back to Tuesdays with Tom. For all of you who came out to see us at Summer in Wonderland last Saturday, thanks, and we really hope that you had a great time. We know we did, and thank you again for spending the start of the summer with us, and we hope to see you throughout the rest of the summer. Now, something else happened earlier last week that is going to be the focus of my Tuesdays with Tom. Roger Moore passed away. Now, Roger Moore is, to me, my favorite Bond and my best James Bond actor. So I wanted to go through and talk about James Bond a little bit and how I think the hierarchy of Bond actors go. Now, this might not be the most popular list that I come out with, but if it's not, I still hope to see your opinion. Give me your opinion of what you think of it. Now, there were 6 actors that played James Bond, and probably the worst of them, although everybody wanted him to become James Bond, was Pierce Brosnan. You know, Remington Steele just didn't show up for the part. He had decent writing, kind of, or at least a couple of decent plots, but he just didn't seem to have it as James Bond. He seemed to carry too much of the debonair and not enough of the action into his movies. Now, number 5 is probably George Lazenby. Kind of has to be. George wasn't even an actor when they cast him as Bond, and he really only showed up in one movie, so he's number 5. Now, number 4, James Bond, who I think suffered from not having great writing, but actually did decent with his part, was Timothy Dalton. The movies themselves were not the best James Bond movies at all. A couple of Pierce Brosnans were much better, actually. But as James Bond, I think Timothy Dalton did a better job. So that's why he made it to number 4. Now, number 3, Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig, his movies are taking it to a little darker side of Bond, but he's showing that he has both the debonair, the attitude, and the action sense to be a really good James Bond in those movies. Of course, number 2 then would have to be Sean Connery, since I already told you who my number 1 was. Now, Sean Connery is the quintessential and classic Bond, and definitely has some great movies. And I think is only surpassed by Roger Moore, because Roger Moore brings a little bit of wit that Sean Connery didn't show in his movies. A little bit more wit to the movie, a little bit more campy humor to it, along with all the cool toys, great action, and of course those Bond women. Now, if you don't like this list, or if you think I'm wrong, how about you tell me about it? Peace. Heavy metal.